Hi everyone, this is Jim Todd with Video Surgeon, and in this week's weekly video tip we're going to look at the printing function found in Video Surgeon. If we select the printer button once you have a video open on your screen, you'll see a preview here of the image. Now, a couple of things that you need to be aware of when you go to use this function. First of all, you can print just the current frame or you can print multiple frames. And if you select multiple frames, just be aware that that can take a lot of ink on your printer, a lot of space on your hard drive if you choose to select multiple frames. So just be aware of that. But I want to focus on the settings down here, because the first thing when you look at a video like this, that it's in a landscape orientation, so obviously when this is set by default to portrait, you need to override that and change it. And when you do that, you'll see that you get most of the image on your sheet of paper here. You only have a little bit of a white border at the top and bottom, and even a little more at the left and right. Now once you've changed from portrait to landscape, the next thing that you should look at is the paper size setting, because these can influence as well how much of the image fits onto the sheet of paper. So if we go from A4, and typically I like to go to the bottom here and try A3, you can see that the borders here almost disappear completely. We can look at A2, which is about the same thing, and there's really no difference or very little difference. And then the last thing that you should remember is that this fit to picture sometimes can change the borders around the edge. So if we select that, you'll see that it adds more of a border, which presumably in most cases is not what you'd like, so we can uncheck that. And then it looks like we should stay with either A2 or A3 here. So that's going to give us the maximum printing coverage on this sheet of paper. Two additional things here that I want to tell you. First of all, you can print this onto a sheet of paper. And that's one way of getting something to be able to look at it and have a hard copy of it. You also, though, could print it to file, which means that it will create a graphic image like a JPEG of this and allow you to store this on your hard drives. So if it's something that you like to keep and or transfer to someone else, that's probably the better way to do it, rather than handing a sheet of paper or having to mail a sheet of paper. You can just simply create an image file and then you can email it. So keep that in mind, that this print to file option is a very handy option to have. The last thing that I want to just mention to you is that the print to file option not only works with a normal image, which is what you see here on the screen, but let's say we want to zoom in. So there we've zoomed in. Now let me recenter this image. Now once you zoom in, a couple of things are going to change when you look at the print preview. First of all, here again we are in portrait. Let's go to landscape. What you can see is that we've got a lot more white around it, and that's because we've actually zoomed in on the image itself. So we're looking at a smaller dimension picture because we've zoomed in. So you're going to have more of this white border around it. But here again, you've got some options. Let's just retry these. So A3 helps a bit. A2 is pretty much the same. If we do now fit to picture, now we remove all of the frame on the left and right and only leave a smaller amount at the top and the bottom. So once you zoom in, you're going to have to readjust the settings, and you might have to go through these options again to see which one is going to optimize the size of the picture for you. But I want you to know that you can indeed print just the zoomed in part of the frame. You don't have to print the frame when it's completely zoomed out. And again, if your focus is on a specific part of the frame, your preference may be to print only that zoomed in portion. So I just wanted to remind you that that is also an option here. And with that, then we're going to conclude this weekly video tip on how to use the printing function found in Video Surgeon. Thank you for watching.